different spin to it in that I manage supplier diversity at Delta Airlines, and what that means is I'm the person responsible for helping small minority and women-owned businesses get corporate contracts with Delta. And as diversity becomes increasingly important to corporations, it's important that we have goals, put those goals in place, and meet those goals. From a supplier performance management standpoint, pretty much all of the metrics that my other peers have mentioned are the same metrics that we look at to measure what we call our prime suppliers. But recently, we've added one section in our scorecarding process called second tier. So most of our primes have to meet the quality, the account management, all those very important aspects, but if they have been asked to give Delta Airlines second tier data, that's part of their QBR, our quarterly business review, every quarter that they have. And essentially what that means is we want to begin to do business with people that think like us from a diversity standpoint. So as diversity becomes increasingly important to us, we want to make sure that our primes also are using small women and minority-owned businesses in their procurement processing. So every quarter, we ask our prime suppliers to give us their second-tier data, which is direct or indirect spend. We get that information, and we kind of look and make an assessment. That gives us the opportunity to help our prime supplier out if they are unaware of any minority, small, women-owned businesses that they can subcontract to, and I have that conversation often. We really want to help you guys meet your numbers. Not only that, we want to do better in diversity. I just don't know where to find these types of businesses. And so that's when they use me as a resource from a supplier diversity standpoint. So that's one area that we've handled, that we've put on our scorecarding system. Separately on supplier diversity spend, when it comes to just increasing the relationships with our diverse suppliers, we implemented probably about a year and a half ago a registration tool where you can go to delta.com/supplier diversity and register your business. You can tell us who you are, who your clients are, your scale and scope, your revenues. It's just a quick snapshot to tell us who you are. At that time, when you completed a registration, your information goes to the right strategic manager and our procurement organization. They get an email notification that says Burton & Associates have now registered. They are a woman-owned business located in Chicago, Illinois, and they fall within their commodity space. Those strategic managers are responsible for keeping up to date with all those registered diverse suppliers. So when RFP opportunities become available, there's no excuse of saying I couldn't find anyone in the marketplace, because they get that information on a monthly basis. They used to get it daily, but they got backlash for that, so they get it every month. With the influx of emails, we scale back and they get it on a monthly basis in a nice little Excel spreadsheet that uploads to their email address. So the only challenge with that is, as you can imagine, as some of our commodity managers change roles, going into the system, updating the name of the new commodity manager in that area has been a challenge, but we've been able to overcome that. So with that tool in place, we've partnered with CDM Solutions to get that done. It really has allowed us to manage the relationship with those diverse suppliers that we have registered at Delta. Recently, what we've also done from a social media and just keeping them in the loop of what we're doing, we've launched a newsletter. Every month, if you are registered in our database, you get a newsletter that will tell you where we are, where we're going, and procurement opportunities. What we do have at least twice a year at Delta Airlines is called individual procurement meetings, where that allows our diverse vendors to come out and meet all of our supply chain management leaders and professionals. And we essentially teach them how to do business with Delta. At that point, if there's no opportunities, we are then responsible, what I always encourage my strategic commodity managers to do, to introduce those diverse suppliers to the prime suppliers in that space. Where there may be no apparent opportunities at that point, maybe the scale and scope is too large for the diverse business. At that point, an introduction is made to the prime supplier. Not only does that help the diverse supplier out, but it helps the prime supplier out with their second-tier data. And again, effectively, we've created a relationship with a diverse business and a prime supplier. CDM Solutions also, we partner with them as well from a technology standpoint to have our primes report their second-tier data to us. Not only is the newsletter letting our diverse suppliers know where we're going, upcoming events and bid opportunities, But I also give them every month a corporate-ready tip, and it's on branding yourself better, or your elevator speech, or just corporate tips to get corporate contracts. So that's our development piece as well. And I always have an industry expert to write a part in our newsletter just to help these suppliers out as they approach corporations to get corporate contracts. So the fallacy of diverse businesses not having the scale and scope to do business with large corporations is untrue. We have just within the last year have had 3 very significant wins with women-owned businesses and getting very large contracts, so it can happen. In the area of it not being able to happen, there's always that supplier development piece that you have to help these businesses get up to scale and scope to help corporations